Welcome to a new fragrance review video. I'm not sure I'm gonna call this like that. Today we're gonna talk about underrated and overrated fragrances. So I saw a businessman called Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't know who he is, you should look at his YouTube videos. And he's talking about business, life, stuff like that, marketing. Not really about perfume, but I really enjoy his content. And some stuff he's doing, though I'm not sure it's really on YouTube, but more on other platform. It's overrated, underrated, and he's talking about different stuff. Underrated, so I decided to do the same with fragrance, and according to me, if they are overrated or underrated, and I'm gonna go with fragrance that I smelled, that I either own or I did own some time ago. And as a base for how I will do it, if you want to know or are interested to know which future fragrance I will showcase in this video, I will just go on Fragrantica and on the list of fragrance I have, and every episode I will do one line of fragrance, say it's overrated, underrated, properly rated, and that's it. Hope you enjoy. It's gonna be a new type of content, and I will not do that super long intro on telling you what actually I'm gonna do on all of them. First fragrance, Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I think it's overrated. People still enjoy it. I think it did a lot of good things in the history of fragrance. It has an important standpoint in fragrance, but I think right now it's dated, and I know I'm not the only one person that thinks it's dated. I think people should move on, take something else. Still smell good. You can still have it in your collection. Ultramel is still nice. The new Le Male Parfum is nice, but the original Le Male, it's collection worthy as much as stuff like Cool Water or things that are just nice to showcase on a shelf and wear it once in a while. Really not hot. L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. I think it's really underrated. It's one of the best versatile fragrance. It's one of the rare fragrances that are versatile, that I would say it actually is versatile. Club de Nuit Intensement. I think it's overrated, and it's not because it's bad or anything. I know some people will say it is, but I think it's overrated because every single person seems to have it. It looks like it's one of those dumb fragrance that you're gonna buy starting to collect fragrance, and that you're not gonna wear any other time after the first year you're gonna collect fragrance. It smells good. It's nice for someone that don't collect fragrance, but when you have like 10 bottles and more, never really reach out to it, and everyone say you need it. So but you don't need it. You should try it, but you don't need it. L'Homme Idéal Cologne. And I think right now, I think it's properly rated, but if I would have done this video 6 months to a year ago, I would have said it's overrated. I mean, it smells nice, but it's not a crazy good fragrance. It just smells nice. The Dreamer by Versace. I think it's underrated. Really good. It's beautiful fragrance, one of the best tobacco floral fragrance. I think maybe the only one, but like as a floral fragrance, it's a beautiful fragrance. As a summer fragrance, it's a beautiful fragrance. As a tobacco fragrance, it's a really interesting tobacco fragrance. I think everyone should at least go smell it, and really you can have those bottles for like 20 bucks at shoppers and stuff like that. So I mean, don't have coffee for a week at McDonald's or something and just go buy it. It's worth it. Bentley Intense Men. I would say it's overrated. It smells good. It smells more expensive than what it actually cost. It's a good fragrance, but I think everyone, it's like Club de Nuit Intensement. Everyone say you need this, you need this. It's less like overrated than Club de Nuit Intensement, but I don't think everyone should have it, especially if you live in the south of the US or like in a place where winter is hot or not like super cold. It's bad fragrance. It's a nice fragrance, but I wore it like once this year. So I think it's also one of those fragrances that you buy, wear it a little bit, and then get some better stuff, and not really wear it. Koran by Antonio Puig. This one is really underrated. It's beautiful fragrance, one of my favorite fragrance. It smells woody, it smells aldehyde, it smells oak moss. Just talking about it and it makes me want to wear it. It's a beautiful fragrance. Also, it's a really cheap fragrance, and it's something you should try. Though if you don't like old school fragrance, you're probably not gonna like it. It does smell dated, as a lot of people would say it does smell dated. I don't think it does. I love the smell. I would wear it every day. It's one of those fragrances that if I was forced to only have one, it's one of those that I would strongly consider. Cool Water by Davidoff. And it's overrated. I'm not quite sure really overrated. I mean, it's not a good fragrance anymore. It's dated. It smells like laundry soap. Who want to smell like laundry soap? And it's nice, it smells good, but like laundry soap, it's not something that you'd really wear. But it was a really important fragrance in the fragrance world. Before that fragrance, aquatic fragrance were another world completely. They were like aquatic fragrance, and now they're actual aquatic fragrance because of this fragrance. Also, the way it used dihydrogenol, it was revolutionary at the time. To have like that notes really strong, which is basically the laundry soap smell. It was a really important fragrance for its era, and it changed the world of perfumery. Stuff like Aqua by Bulgari, for example, or the Aqua di Gio line, those fragrances, if it wouldn't be for it, wouldn't exist. So it's overrated as a fragrance you should own and wear and all, but it's not overrated as the impact it had in perfumery. Musc Vulcain by Avant. I think it's underrated because absolutely no one talks about it, but it's not necessarily a fragrance to own anyway. It's discontinued. It has a nice note of lava, but it's some cheap, sweet fragrance that it's like every other cheap, sweet fragrance that has an apple note, some spicy note, and then an lava note in the base note. It's a nice fragrance, underrated. If you can smell it, if you can own it for cheap, you should get it, but you shouldn't really spend more than 10 minutes searching for it. It's nice to smell. It's underrated because no one talks about it, but if like some people would talk about it, I think it would be overrated. Encre Noire by Lalique. I would say it's properly rated. It's a beautiful fragrance. I think people, they misunderstand that fragrance a lot, but still is a beautiful fragrance. It smells nice, really well made. People say it's niche quality, and according to me, Lalique is niche. Niche is not expensive. Niche is just like good quality for a specific niche audience. You know, there's a broad audience and there's a niche audience. So niche perfumery is for a niche audience, and Lalique, I think it's niche. It's niche. That's it. And as a fragrance, Encre Noire is nice, and I would like to try. I never tried the other ones. I would like to try at Extreme. It looks really, really nice. Just for the note breakdown. Cuir Intense by Guerlain. This one, it's extremely underrated. I think it's beautiful if you like fragrance like Armani Code, if you like most leather fragrance that are really bold leather and not like bold like Fahrenheit and Ombre leather and stuff like that are like some kind of little cute leather fragrance. If you really like bold leather fragrance, this is like amazing. This is beautiful fragrance. If you like tobacco, also it's a beautiful fragrance. I think the whole Les Absolus d'Orient is the best line of fragrance in Guerlain, and there's so few people talking about it. They're extremely expensive, but they're extremely good. Aqua Atlantique by Bulgari. I think it's underrated a lot. And people talk about Aqua Amara, they talk about the normal Aqua. Some of them talk about Atlantic, and I even see some people talking about the Aquamarine and versus Atlantic. I think It's a really nice summer fragrance. The notes there is really well blended. I don't like aquatic, and I love this fragrance, just for you to have an idea how good it is. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment, say that you enjoyed it. I have fun to do this, and if you have fun to watch it, I'll just make more, maybe find other ways to analyze new fragrance, do other way to do that overrated, underrated type of episode. Also, if you have any comments, any question, any fragrance you think you don't agree with me, write it in the comment. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.